pace car pulls away, and we are green.
Now the sport cars, we put them in the back because they're faster. 4 wide through the corner. It's Mike Killen on the outside.
17 trouble for the 17 machine. We heard about some possible oil issues. The field comes flying by. But up front, a whole bunch of stock car competitors. The stock class.
Where this is going to get really interesting is that, oh yeah, sliding it through the front straightaway. Salcido is going to get the bumper from the 35. Maybe again, blocked by Salcido into turn number 3. Beard, I don't know if he liked that.
Beard. We have seen John Beard use the bumper.
Trouble, turn number 4. It's Mikey Killen. I didn't want to hear what you had to say.
No, I don't blame you. So we've seen Beard. This is why I'm talking about Salcido. Salcido's playing with fire because Beard has not been shy on using that front bumper. Salcido's trying to use that as an advantage, almost like a shield in a demolition derby, except for he's picking the wrong guy because Beard will turn you when he's there.
And Beard's almost getting turned right now by Rice, who's now getting threatened by the 4 Rotundo. Now Robert Rice, he's the points leader in the stock class.
He can't afford an issue. Really not the best number 2 from far away.
Oh.
It's just a black box.
Now, like I said, Mikey might be looking to get a little revenge on somebody. We don't know whose nose.
Mikey. Oh, man. You think Mikey would be that way? I don't see him as a revenge.
I just know that I would be that way.
Oh, well,
so I assume everyone.
Jeffrey, you pushed a auto soccer ball into the field of an Enduro class. Why? Because you started 10 laps late.
But I did get a red flag.
Hey, you got your revenge.
I took out the whole field.
You can see the stack of that it's kind of creating with the faster cars, which, oh, more contact. 18 of Osmond in the 9 of Argo. White flag, final lap. And it is Ian Rotundo out into a lead. As this pack seems to be settling down now. Coming through turns number 3 and 4 to the checkered flag. It is Ian Rotundo who wins the stock portion.
And trouble coming to the start-finish line. The 35 machine of Beard gives up a ton of positions.
Yeah, it looks like he was having problems towards the end of the race and was slowly slipping back.
He lost at least 2, maybe 3 positions there. And for him, that's, you know, we keep referencing the points here. For John, luckily, he missed a number of races throughout the season, but still, you don't want to give up a podium finish. You get trophies for that.
Oh, yeah, we got a big surprise at the end. Well, I don't know if it's that big of a surprise. They're right behind me, but yeah.
Yeah, that's a surprise. Nobody sees any. You're going to drive one of those, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're going to go see if we can roll one over for you fans, maybe.
Roll one over? Oh, I don't know. All right, Robbie, who do you want to thank?
Oh, I got to thank Pick Your Part, my uncle, and for all the back and forth with him, getting the car running top, and Robert Rice, my parents and my friends for coming out, and you fans.
It was a great race. I took all the track I could use. There was only 1 lap left before I passed Mr. Salcido here. It was a great race. I got to thank all you guys out there tonight who came out in this hot heat. Thank you for coming. You guys are awesome. I got to thank my family who's at home watching on TV through low budget TV. Most importantly, I got to thank my dad who's over in the spotter stands over there. My #1 supporter, best crew out there. You guys are awesome. Thanks for coming out. We got one more. Let's see if we can make it 2 first tonight.
We'll get to that. We go green for 30 laps, Pro Late models. You can see them stringing out 3 wide out of turn number 2. 48 of Kinley gonna have to hit the brakes. As the 90 of Lenny White takes it all the way to the grass. Here they come. White out to the lead. Battle is for second. The 50 of Huddleston on the outside of the 36 of Parker Malone, but you can see the cars spread out side by side, using up the entire racetrack. Always imagine the same thing, right, Jeffrey?
There were some tense moments there in the first few laps of this race. I didn't know if we were going to have everybody still running at this point, but Tommy, you got the sunset into turn one. It's a beautiful sight for everyone except the ones on track right now. These drivers do not want to be looking into the sun. You do not have the greatest visibility on entry of turn number one. As that sun continues to set, the visibility is going to improve as we have a battle for the 5th position into turn number 3 between Vandermoren and Joanitis. And Tommy, you mentioned it, call the gardener. We don't need the lawnmower on Tuesday because the 90 machine has it covered.
Yeah, Lenny White has been shortcutting this racetrack, which is legal to do. I mean, you can use every surface of this half mile, including the grass, if that works for you. I do want to clear something up, though, on scoring for those of you looking through this field. So on our lineup that I gave you the starting lineup for, it's a Cheek in the 38. Typically that's driven by Jeff Peters. I also see Youngren, Nash Youngren in the 62, which was not on my sheet, and that's why I got confused because, well, if you've been following along, the 62 is typically driven by Ethan Cheek, and they kind of did a weird thing just to confuse us, and hopefully we'll straighten it out for you here tonight. So Nash Youngren going to pull it to the infield. Nash crashed his car a few races ago, so he's trying to just get points for the Rookie of the Year title. However, Parker Malone is a steady runner for that here this season. Parker Malone picking up wins in the 2022 season. As we take a look for the battle for 5th. 71 of Vandermoren, the 77 of Nick Joanitis, sporting some new colors for that machine. Good looking race car. Side by side behind. You see the black 45 and the black and red 48. That is Scott Youngren to the outside of the 48 of Cody Kinley. The battle for the 7th spot.
Not long ago was like, I'm going to retire from full-time racing, and now he's leading the points. Why not? Now he's only 2 points ahead of Parker Malone headed into this race, and Parker Malone is sitting in the 3rd position, so still very tight, but here's a good battle out of turn number 2.
There you see the 48 of Cody Kinley working the inside of Vandermoren, who has been a busy guy here today. He, let's just say he was sweating before practice even started today. Here going a lap down on the yellow 35. We got tight there, crossing the line.
But here's the relief. The sun is gone.
That's right.
So now these drivers don't have to deal with the sun. The final 5 laps of this race, it's going to be comfortable, right? So Huddleston now trying something new. He dove it to the inside as we watch this battle between the 71 and 48. Again, battle for the 6th position. Probably not going to happen in the time left because 1 lap to go. The white flag is out for the 90 machine of Lenny White.
Yeah, Lenny White, he is driving away. I mean, we saw how close the 50 of Huddleston was about the halfway point of this race. And now you see how far away the 90 of Lenny White is. Through turns number 3 and 4, picking up win number 1 of the night. Lenny White in the number 90 machine. Checker flag. Pro late model. Here in race number 1.
Look at this battle coming out of turn number 4 right now. The 48 is just going to get by Vandermoren. And we had 2 good finishes there. Bazin was not able to get by Younger in there in the last lap. However, Kimley was able to get by Vandermoren.
Yeah, you know, it fired off on the bottom real good. I seen Trevor start tracking me down up on the top, so I figured the only chance to stop his run is to get up there in front of him, make him work the bottom on me. I couldn't do it without all my guys, man. I got Rip Michaels, Steve Boldroff, I got Sean Dickens, Mike Duryea, Tim Sweet, Sean Woodside, my buddy Sparky up there calling the race for me, and my wife. I couldn't ask for a better group of people.
One of the longest races of the night, and it goes by quick. Hold on to your seats. Green flag is in the air. Ooh, Sideways was the leader out of turn number 2. And Ray almost spun it out. And let's see how long these cones are going to last here as Cody Brown in the 88 machine takes over the lead. Ray again in the 18 up front, struggling to get through the corners, and he gets shoved wide. And that's going to open up the door. You see Ray is just losing spots down the back straightaway as Torres has moved into the second spot. The 7 machine has moved into third. Talked with Tommy Villano in the number 44 machine. He said this is his first race ever on an oval, and he said we're starting with one of the most difficult ovals that you can go to. Which I said, really? What makes this track so difficult? And he's saying just finding the line at this track. It's so wide, it's so deceiving as far as where you want to be on track. But good to have a first time around here as Villano got a little bit of bumper play out of turn number 2. Now we're looking up front, second on back, as there's a big wiggle out of turn number 4 now from Villano. I think he got some more bumper from Colton Ray in the 67. And oh man, they're getting close. Okay, here comes the 2 machine to the inside. Holloway looking for second. Tommy spoke with him earlier, but this is a driver who we don't see too often, at least in this car. But Brown has opened up a major lead, a 2.5 over second place, but Holloway is coming, and we'll see. Oh, trouble, turn number 3. 2 cars around the 94, and that is the 8 that also spun out. Green flag, lap number 9. Battle for the lead, turn number 3. The 2 dives it low beneath Brown in the 88, and Holloway takes over the top spot, lap number 10. That has a tendency to knock these cars a little bit out of whack as battle for third out of turn number 2. And it's going to slip back Torres to 4th, maybe 5th, as Chad Shug dives to the inside. And Quella in the 42 machine looks to follow suit. So Torres goes from the 3rd position all the way back to 6th. So this is the battle for 3rd that we're watching into turn number 3 right now. Shug tried on the, actually it was Quella making the move and getting by Shug. Shug with an aggressive move back to the inside and lap traffic to boot. So we got some slower traffic that these drivers are weaving through while they're also battling amongst each other. And there's a slam bumper. Quella trying to get by, trying to defend Shug. This is a great race here. 22 laps in, 13 laps to go, and Quella again with the bumper on the 7 machine. At some point, we're probably going to see a dive bomb, and that's when, well, it might get too interesting into the corner. As these drivers are battling for the 3rd position, Chambers doing everything he can to hold off Quella. Quella needs to be careful with that entry into the corner. You don't want to spin yourself out. And Chad Shug probably just doesn't care. He's probably just not going to use brakes. He says, if you're in front of me, you have become my brakes. There's some contact. They're beating and banging bumper cars through turns 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, it is Quella to the inside. Finally gets the position on Chambers. Chug's gonna follow. But that was a fun battle to watch. Chambers playing the defense. Oh, there it is. The minute you start talking, we have a car spun out in turn number 4 in front, in the high groove technically. But that car is gonna bring out the caution, and a late race restart is upon us. Holloway with a strong restart out of turn number 4. The 88 machine looked like he spun the tires, and that it may be just the gap that Holloway needs. Here comes Quella trying to get to the inside. He gets sideways. Chad Chug gonna try to make a move on him. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go. Battle for third. Chad Chug to the inside of Quella, but to the line, the number 2. Jordan Holloway takes the win in the NX Legend cars. And Chad Chug gets the last laugh in that battle for third as he takes it at the line. We got cars shoving other cars. It looked like Gavin Ray was pushing the 6 machine of Hicks.
18 cars, what a big day. He gets up on the top. Jordan Holloway, winner in the Legend class. Come on, make some noise, ladies and gentlemen. These things are not easy to win. Congratulations, dude. Unbelievable, man. This thing was fast tonight, man.
Man, big win, Tim. We've been doing a lot of traveling around this summer, going to Seattle and Meridian and stuff. We've got good finishes, but not the result that we wanted. We obviously wanted to win, but thank God we won here tonight. It feels so good to be back here at Irwindale. I've had a lot of good success at this place, and it finally feels good to be back here and pick up the win. So just want to thank my parents, my crew chief Peyton Saxon. He's done so much for me in the past 2 years. I can't thank him enough. He builds the best race cars ever. And I want to thank you and the whole entire Irwindale staff and the fans and everyone. And just a great night. And I'm looking forward to go back home and go to college in about 2 days, and just ready to go on from there and start this new journey of my life.
I will maybe explain later, but basically these vehicles all are combined on one track. We go green. So it is Vermillion out to the lead. Harriman in the yellow and blue 11 machine trying to find a way through the middle of the blue 40 of Toporek and the 10 of Leninger.
You know, I feel like people either loved the ego challenge or hated the ego challenge.
Well, it worked for Jerry. He's running in third many years later, 30 or 35 years later.
Well, there's a battle. Into turn number 1, Harriman to the inside of Toporek. All right, all those years of ego challenge, this is where it pays off, Jerry.
Jerry, a long-time racer here at Irwindale Speedway in many forms of racing. He goes to 4th, gets behind the 11 machine. Now your top 2 out in front of the pack we were just watching. Your leader off the pace now through turns number 3 and 4. I was going to say not only is the transponder not working, but now the car seems to have has lost power. So he's going to just kind of block the field, it looks like, in a strange way, trying to keep everybody behind, maybe try to sort out the problem. And so your leader, the 43 machine, is just slow around this racetrack. That gives the lead now to the one of Jay Verduzco. Which makes this battle that we're taking a look at in turns number 1 and 2, led by the 10 of Leninger, now up to 2nd. Makes this all a big battle for the top 3. side by side, the trucks into turn number 3. Now this is the move that Jesus has been trying to get done for the last, 19 laps or so. As the 8 truck seems to be off the pace now, so Kilparis going backwards in that green 8 machine. Him and his son turning the wrenches on this racing machine, coming to the white flag. Verduzco has won here before, but with Vermillion and his strong runs here lately in the 43, he hasn't won lately. Vermillion falling out of the race. Jay Verduzco inherits the lead, and he's going to take it to the checkered flag. Jay Verduzco is your winner here tonight in the stock class. Stockers class, I should say, between the trucks and the cars. And that will be a race, 30 laps done.
Thank you. It's not sure what happened to the 43 there, but I've lost a few like that, so I don't mind winning one like that once in a while. Car came on in the last 20 laps, so I think we would have had something for him anyway. But anyway, I'll take an easy one. Thank you guys for coming out. Very special thanks to my friends and family that came out. My wife, baby, I love you. My sponsors, of course, PCI, Bill Jacob. Thank you so much. He's just a great race fan and probably doesn't get any return on investment on this, but he just loves it, loves to have me out here. So thank you so much to him. TriStar Safety Services, great place to work on this car. They helped me out last night, make sure I got out here. And Race Car Factory, man, they helped me figure this thing out. These summer months are tough on us on this car, and they just made it work. It's hooked up. I know Jim's got a pretty good tight on the championship. He's gonna have to pry it out of my hands. So,
Thank you, Tim, and thank you for giving us a place to race. I got to thank my family, the Kilparis family, 72 team, the Quintero family, Stephen Flood, Robert Rittering spotted for me, came out of the balloon, spotted for me today. We had no crew, and man, it's crazy. First time I ever won anything. Ever.
This your first win?
Ever.
Oh my God, make some noise, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. Dude, you never forget your first win. And I'm telling you, to win at Irwindale is big, man. Congratulations, Alice. Big win here tonight. The thing you said it, and you said it twice, family. Family is what this takes, ladies and gentlemen. We are a family. Congratulations, Alice.
Thanks, Tim. I appreciate it.
And it's up to the front row to start this race, and we're green. They charge into turn number 1, 3 wide. In the middle is Beard. Mikey Killen might be the one to lead his first race here at Irwindale Speedway. Coming out of turn number 4, the 42, up the track, almost clipping the wall, and Mikey gets the lead and gets ready for leading a lap. And now he's stuck on the outside as the battle for the stock class continues to his inside. Beard now to the lead. Ryder Gardner in the draft, looking to see if he can get some draft lock on the leader. Ryder Gardner now on the rear bumper of John Beard, now taking a look to the inside. So this could be another driver to score a lap lead at Irwindale Speedway. A little bit more contact coming through the tri-oval. And with these two battling up front, Beard, could he be having the same problems that he had in the first race? Remember, Beard went off the pace with a few laps to go. Robert Rice now in the 7 machine to the outside. He's taking the path with no cars. And he's looking to get the lead, where Beard might be having problems. I don't know if you want to get behind the 35 right now. I don't think anybody wants to be behind, as the 35 could be stumbling here. And we see that again. The 35 seems to have a stumble from the center of turn number 2, just about at the exit of turn number 2. He's using up the whole track, as he should, to try to defend. But here comes Osmond in the 18 machine, the white sport car. He leads the sport class, but he's got to get by these two quickly because Wolcott, Rotundo, McIntyre, all closing in. I'm talking about the red 19, the black and yellow 6, and the 4, all running their own race within a race. Side by side, the two leaders of their own racing class are duking it out into turn number 3. And it'll be 21 laps to go. And we still stay 3 wide in the middle of this pack. Down the back straightaway. Rotundo, he's given up. He's just going to go to the outside of some of your stock class cars. Who's going to make the mistake? Whose car is going to last to the finish? Nope, I lied. Here we go, side by side, 2 rows deep. And here we go, the 7 of Robert Rice to the outside of the black and orange 35. That is the battle for the lead in the stock class. Coming out of turn number 4, and you can see how the rest of the pack is stacked up along with them. So Beard holds on to the lead for now. Robert Rice keeps looking high, and he might give up a spot to his teammates. The 16 of Salcedo, who won the first race earlier today. And Ryder Gardner in the 76, who's closing back in. Could have been waiting his turn a little bit, saving his stuff. Now, with these high speeds, you will burn up these tires a lot more, get them hot. You might need to cool them down throughout this 30-lap race. You get another shot at it. Gardner up to 3rd. Robert Rice still looking to the inside of Beard, who continues to lead in the black and orange 35 machine. So we got the top 4 under a blanket here for the stock class. Meanwhile, Osman, he's checked out. He's out of here. Unless the caution comes out, I don't think we have anything to worry about for the sport class. But now we're starting to make some contact up front for the stock class. You can see all the orange machines piled on top of each other. So down into turn number 1, the group of orange cars all duking it out for the win in the stock class. Again, 2 separate classes running the same race. And now Salcedo in the 16 working the outside of John Beard. You see John Beard seems to have a hiccup handling-wise right in the center of turn number 1 and 2. And these drivers are going to have to get creative now to get by the 35 of Beard. To the outside is Salcedo. But will he have the run, not just in turn 3, but on exit at turn number 4? He's got to position himself. And Beard's just going to run that low side and keep that 35 wound up enough. Might not be the fastest car, but he is the one holding on to the lead for now. Back to the inside he goes, so he's almost maintaining the 2 lines like you would see at a Daytona or Talladega race. Because these cars are just about as wrung out, and what I mean by that is at their max speed for the handling of the cars. Again, these cars have typical treaded tires like you see on the road, so the tires can only take so much. And on a track like this, you want to be just fast enough to win. You don't want to be necessarily the fastest car. You want to be just fast enough so you can have something towards the end of the race. Robert Rice still duking it out with his team for the 2nd spot. Ryder Gardner watching, learning, trying to figure out a way with 4 laps to go to get to the front, to the inside of Salcedo. By a bumper, holds on to the 3rd spot. And it might need some bumpers to get by the 35 now because time is running out. 2 laps to go. I'm sorry, 3 laps to go. It'll be 2 next time by. Nope, never mind. Scoring is off. White flag is out. So disregard the scoring there. Coming to the line. Gonna be a battle to the checkered flag. Nope, never mind. We got the scoring all confused. Now it's the white flag. So we've seen 2 white flags in this race. And the incredible thing in all this is Bobby Osmond is closing in on this pack. So it's Beard leading the stock class. Osmond crossed the line, your winner in the sport class. Now let's go back to the battle for the win in the stock class. 35, John Beard, can he hold on for 2 more corners? Robert Rice taking a look to the low side, not there. And it'll be John Beard gonna hold defense and take the win in the stock class.
I was watching. They had my mirrors full, and they were going to have to work for it.
That was definitely one of the most crazy enduro stock races I've seen. A blanket over all of you, and you still would have fit.
Well, I appreciate it. I love seeing the fans out here. I love seeing you out here.
Well, you're running triple duty tonight, man. No, quadruple duty.
I got one more. I want to give a quick shout out to my wife and my family and the guys at G2 Graphic Service. And I got 2 buddies in the out here helping me, Steve Patterson, a retired sheriff, and Gary from RP Mechanical.
Well, again, congratulations. Fear the Beard tonight at Irwindale.
Thank you, Tim.
No, it wasn't cruising. The first race was pretty tough for me. I'm trying to really do really good in the championship this year. Ian just pulled another 4 more points ahead of me, so I really needed this win. I can't thank everybody. You guys showing up, this is great.
Green.
And away they go. Nico, you're not supposed to be on the grass.
What are you doing?
They're 3 wide, 4 wide out of turn number 2. This is the Spec Racers. And I'm holding my breath.
Yeah, I'm too. Getting wild out of turn number 4.
Tommy talked about it. Nava in the 43 machine coming back from a big wreck, leading the race early. They know they have work to do if they're going to try and claw back into championship contention. But as Nava said, he says, I race the same no matter what. We go for the W. Behind him, Jacob McNeil in the 97 machine leading the way in the truck class, being chased down by Andrew Porter in that familiar-looking number 7 machine. Andrew with a new baby, 5 months old at the racetrack, starting to acclimate the child to, hey, you're gonna wanna get used to this environment. And battle for the lead in the trucks. McNeil and the 7 of Porter. Again, cars race cars, trucks race trucks in this class. You avoided him?
I did. I completely avoided him.
Wow.
He was the next pit
Woo!
stop.
3 wide for the Spec late model lead. The 43, 50, and 13 throw-in last time winners, 98 of Troy Anderson. And we got 4 cars under a blanket racing for the win in the Spec late models. 2 big battles for the lead in both divisions.
And this is all about the points as well between your top 4. Huddleston picked up a boatload of points on the 43 of Nava last time by, or last race, because of the crash. Nava's gonna try to get as many points back after that crash. All right, so Andrew Porter, though, on the rear bumper of the 97 of McNeil, so the 7 black truck, battling for the win with the 97 white and blue truck.
So Tommy, if you want to spice up a lot of cars battling for the lead, let alone 2 sets of a lot of cars battling for the lead,
group.
what do you add to the mix?
You You add lappers.
You add 3 lappers. We have lap traffic closing in on this as Tanner Huddleston is going for the lead in the Spec late models now. This is like a race at Daytona.
It is. They're working the inside to the outside. Here's just a good look at the lappers that your leaders are approaching. 3 vehicles, and here come your leader in the frame, and they're all side by side.
Nava, I thought, was going to door slam the 50 machine, going back for the lead. Youngren on the outside trying to follow through. Jacob McNeil leads the trucks over Porter, who's right behind him, but now is crunch time because it is lap traffic, 3 different cars, and this is going to potentially get hairy. This is either going to really separate the pack or bunch it back up.
Yeah.
As the first car they're going to close in on is the Thomas Bramall machine, the 45. And then they're side by side in front of him. Battle for the lead. Porter to the inside, almost has contact.
They got close there.
And this is just Spec Racers. They do this every time.
Porter with a shot. Huddleston looks to have got his rear bumper. Now Porter.
Oh,
he's all
Porter's
kinda
sideways,
crossed up.
and Youngren going to take advantage, looking for the lead in the Spec late models.
Great save by the 7. Now they are all stacked up.
Oh, yeah. Jacob McNeil's going to be the big winner in all this. Everyone else is just trying not to be a loser.
Part of being the leader, you get the first dibs at the lines you need.
Oh, my goodness.
The Nash Youngren will go to the lead in the Spec late model class.
And Ron Nava went from leading Spec late models back to 4th in just a few laps.
Halfway. What a first half.
Oh my gosh. Good luck topping that one second half.
Yeah. Do you wonder if, I know that the 43 probably was out of options for lanes, but do you think maybe that was some old age veteran wisdom right there?
Oh, around in turn number 2, it's the 56 machine, Robin Andrews. Robin Steele.
Jacob McNeil coming to the green, and we are racing. A push from Porter sends the 97 to the front of the pack. Nash on the inside is going to continue that lead for the Spec late models. Porter's trying to clear. That push was for 2 reasons, mainly because he wanted to clear the 13 to make it an honest race up front. But that track position is not there yet. There's Nash Youngren fighting hard on the low side. You see packs aplenty here at Irwindale Speedway. The 98 of Anderson moving by the 43 of Nava. And the 50 right in line. He's trying to follow the 7 of Porter to squeeze by the 13 of Youngren. If he can defend that lane, the 13 can't come up because the 13 is spending his tires up in the low side. See the 13 not with the momentum. That allows Huddleston in the 50 to the outside. This is a battle, side by side, technically for 3rd, but battle for the lead in the Spec late models. 98 of Troy Anderson, he looks to follow the 50 right now. The 13, how far back can he go before he finds an opening? That momentum does carry in these cars and trucks. And Huddleston all over the rear bumper of Andrew Porter. Not for position, but again, that 7 truck's in his way. Yeah, it might be technically faster, but it's also holding him up, driving away from the pack. But with Huddleston trapped behind the 7 truck, this is the opposite end of what we talked about, of pinning the 13 down low. Huddleston does not have a clear track yet. Oh, 13 gets into the back of 98 of Anderson, and we are stacking them up in turn number 3 and 4. So we have a big pileup in turn number 3 and 4, literally scattered amongst the entire corner. Laps to go.
Well, this is going to look different. Green flag. Now, I'm watching this 44 truck because it is going to have a lack of downforce.
Ooh.
And maybe a lack of brakes. Battle for the lead down the back straightaway between the 7 and the 97.
And again, the 44 is trying to get as many points and spots that he can. And Porter sideways.
Oh, Porter in the wall, your leader.
He's going to hold on to it on the wall.
Yeah, but that truck's done.
Yeah. Did the gentleman-like thing, though. Did what he can to keep it against the wall instead of ricocheting back into traffic. So Jacob McNeil takes the lead.
Now, Andrew Porter is not out here racing for points.
No.
He came out here to try and win this race. And to your point, Tommy, keeping his truck up against the wall, preventing it from what I thought was going to ricochet back down into the 97.
Yeah, me too.
So Porter able to prevent any further issue. Caution flag is out, and this may be for debris.
Okay, here you go.
So we're watching on, ooh, boy. I'm going to have you go a little further back if you can.
I could do that.
Because I want to see what.
How far back? You want me to go
Right here.
far?
That's, no.
Right.
Wait,
About there?
A little more.
There. I'll give you 2 frames.
Give me one more.
One more frame?
Thank
There.
you. Perfect. All right. So he just sent it.
Yes, he did.
Nice job by McNeil to avoid that move. Let's try it again.
They're going to try 3 wide. I'm impressed by Nico in that 44 only because that thing has no spoiler. And he's running technically 3rd overall.
So with no spoiler, he's lacking that rear downforce, which makes the rear end of that vehicle very light. Just wants to kind of skate around. It's almost on air. And
oh, yeah, you can see it there.
the good news is the flagman's holding and delivering the white flag. 1 lap to go.
Tanner's not done, though. He's working to the inside. This is battle for the win overall, but really no extra points.
No, this is a big deal.
This is huge.
All
Here
right,
it goes.
who's it going to be? Out of turn number 4, Jacob McNeil, Tanner Huddleston side by side. Jacob McNeil takes the overall.
I needed that one. Hey, I don't even know her name, but little baby girl McNeil, that one's for you. Lisa, it's so good to see you down here. You got your 2 favorite drivers down here. Sorry, Trevor. I got to thank the good Lord above. Tommy, I know you're on the back stretch, but you're normally in my ear all race. I got to thank you, man. Lucas, Dad, Mom, Glenna, Skylar, all you guys, thank you so much. The hard work you guys put in, I needed this one.
Thank you. It was pretty crazy. I mean, I've never had more fun in my life. I said that last time I won, but it's still true. Oh man, thank you. Thank you to my dad for everything he does to me. Thank you to my mom. Thank you to my crew chief, Travis, my whole family, every single person on High Point Racing. I mean, there's so many people, I don't even know who to thank. Race Car Factory, every person coming out here, I appreciate it a lot. Crew chief Travis. I said that. Travis, again, thank you.
We are racing.
8-car invert, that's going to make these early laps wild as drivers try and sort through it. Oh, trouble into turn number 2.
2 cars, the 36 of Malone and the 48 of Kimley.
Now that was a big hit over in turn number 2. Fire and safety going to get onto the scene.
Unfortunates that aren't going to be able to restart with us. We're green.
Not a great restart for the 45 machine, Youngren. Initially, it didn't look great. It's going to squeeze.
I've seen this before.
Lucas McNeil in the 78, who was also involved. He's further back in the pack.
Oh, it's tight up front.
And right now, the 90 and 50 think they're basically racing each other, trying to get through this field. But all these other drivers, how about Vandermoren on the outside in the 71 machine to the lead? Briefly.
45 is going to throw in a charge to the inside, but no momentum. Vandermoren leads, like he said.
Oh, in the wall goes Huddleston. Youngren came up just as the 50 machine was going to the outside, and he might deliver a message to the 45.
I don't know how these drivers know just the appropriate amount of room that they have on each other. It's amazing.
Sometimes they don't.
Yeah, and they just feel it out. Lenny White to the inside of Vandermoren. Can't get the drive out of turn number 2 as the 45 of Youngren almost tags the wall. Lenny White taking the low approach.
Huddleston clears Youngren for the 3rd position. Joanitis battles as they go for the lead. Lenny White is looking to clear here out of turn number 2 and does.
Vandermoren still holding on to 2nd, and this could be pivotal for Trevor Huddleston. If he has a struggle to get by the 71, the 90 could run away.
I feel like we're seeing an uptick in performance out of that 71 machine over the last few weeks. Tonight specifically, Vandermoren's been looking good.
Yeah.
Also, just outside of the top 5, Bazin at the 43, holding off McNeil. And how about Corey Naveau joining us? We haven't seen Corey in a bit.
We haven't seen that race car in a bit, and now we get to see both of them.
I like that.
Corey Naveau driving a former Collins Motorsports racing machine. You probably saw Cole Williams or someone else drive it recently here at Irwindale. Maybe years ago now. Could be an old Blaine Rocha car. Could be an old Christian McGee car. Who knows?
So off the track.
Oh, Youngren, big slide into turn number 3. He's chasing it up the track. Bazin to the inside. He got all kinds of crossed up. And here comes Lucas McNeil. Right in the middle of this one, the 78.
I will say, I feel like Youngren shows us his talent every week.
Yes.
Because I feel like he's always just holding on to the ball. That 45 machine is certainly, I wonder if he just likes it out of control.
Maybe.
As those two continue on, Lenny White has certainly said it's go time. But this battle continues to be good. Out of turn number 2, the 71 of Dustin Vandermoren in the 43 machine of Christian Bazin.
I was going to say, these drivers at least are giving us a show.
Oh, this is a show. Just in front of them, McNeil, who had worked his way through the field up to this point fairly quickly and then kind of just hit a figurative wall. Speaking of hitting a figurative wall, Tommy, is the 50 car off the pace?
Oh, interesting. Yeah, he's lost a lot of time to the 90. We saw it there on the speed shot.
He lost over two seconds that lap alone. So something is amiss on the 50 machine of Trevor Huddleston. He is way out of the gas on this car.
Something binding up maybe suspension-wise?
I'm wondering for how long he's out of the gas. Maybe some kind of brake issue or something. As those two continue on, Lenny White has certainly said it's go time. But this battle continues to be good. Out of turn number 2, the 71 of Dustin Vandermoren in the 43 machine of Christian Bazin.
I was going to say, these drivers at least are giving us a show.
Oh, this is a show. Just in front of them, McNeil, who had worked his way through the field up to this point fairly quickly and then kind of just hit a figurative wall. Speaking of hitting a figurative wall, Tommy, is the 50 car off the pace?
Oh, interesting. Yeah, he's lost a lot of time to the 90. We saw it there on the speed shot.
He lost over two seconds that lap alone. So something is amiss on the 50 machine of Trevor Huddleston. He is way out of the gas on this car.
Something binding up maybe suspension-wise?
I'm wondering for how long he's out of the gas. having some kind of brake issue or something.
Do you think that maybe High Point Racing's looking to bring his brother up into the 50 late model and Trevor's making a stand?
I don't know. Protest.
Do you think Trevor needs to retire now?
No, he's all right. Look at this battle. 3 wide. As there's some drama in the second place car, the 50 machine of Trevor Huddleston having some issues. What's strange is that last lap, he's back up to speed.
That is weird. Something had to have happened. Come loose, broke, or...
Look at this. Vandermoor into the inside of the 78 of McNeil, down the back straightaway. Bazin still battling to the inside.
Vandermoor with a great run here tonight, but he's sideways out of turn number 4. And this is now a 4-car pack with Naveau in the 29 machine right there.
White flag in the air for the number 90 machine of Lenny White. He's got a 5-second lead over the field. Lenny just needs to bring it home. The number 90 through turns 3 and 4 for the final lap of the race. Lenny White sees the checkered flag and takes home the victory.
Oh, trouble, Naveau.
Oh, more trouble into turn number 3. What's going on between those guys? Vandermoor and McNeil are having big trouble. Turn number 4.
Vandermoor and sideways to the track.
I think McNeil's just like, we gotta go. You're gonna probably show a replay as Tim's climbing out, and he's gonna want to get this interview going.
Yes, we got time. Here coming out of turn number 2, door slam.
There's just a lot.
So the 29 goes around, and you can see where McNeil and Vandermoor are going to finish off their confrontation.
Yeah, these guys knocked it out of the park tonight. I'm just the lucky guy that gets to hold the steering wheel. All the credits to these guys, Rip, Stevie, Sparky, Sean, Mike Duryea, Tim, Sean Woodside, Rip, Clay Wooster. I mean, my wife. I'm just a lucky guy that gets to hold the steering wheel. These guys make it happen for me.